Hola, hola, hola. Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to another Jenny Live. Hope you guys are having an amazing evening. Come and join us in Miami TV. Come and say hello. Vengan a saludarnos. ¿Cómo estamos? Bienvenidos a Miami TV nuevamente. Estamos en vivo en directo. Let's go ahead and get our chat open. Yay. So what do you guys want to talk about today? I'm late because something really odd just happened. So we are, as you guys know, we're in the jungle. And this is a private property, right? But to get to this place, there's a little bit of a road. It's like 1 kilometer. And we have, CCTV everywhere and automatic gates. And a group of people just literally came in by accident. And since they couldn't get to anybody to open the gate, they just decided, hey, let's just bring some tools and literally dismantle the gate from. So I'm going through I'm like, this just happened like 20 minutes ago, and I was getting ready for the show, so I had no clue. So now I have to go and get the video, and I'm gonna post it on all social media. I'm like, seriously, if you're gonna go somewhere and you're there, you're in the wrong location and you realize that, and then for whatever reason you can't get out after you trespass private property, leave things as they were. Like these people, it was two guys. I should have put the video on YouTube and then burn them like that, because they brought the tools and everything and dismantled the gate, but they decided, let's just, leave it like that and leave it open. So yeah, some people, but they're gonna regret it. Anyway, you're the first one. Hi, Ish. Welcome. How are you? So sorry if we're a little late. Good evening. How are you, Jerry? Giri Dar. Interesting name. Well, all right, guys. Welcome. So let's start with our topics. If there's something that you guys want to talk about in particular, please let me know. If not, we will begin. Muy bien. Are we masters of our destiny, or are we prisoners of fate? Oh. Are we here simply to play the game, or is each of us, in our own unique way, here to challenge and perhaps even change the rules a little bit? Should we think inside the box, go with the flow and seek comfort in convention, or think and act outside the box and live with bad consequences, either good or bad? Right? It's sad that, hi, Doug, hi, Colombia. They must be demons trying to get into heaven. No, and you see, like, they had we're gonna be distracted by this all night, I feel it. They were like really nicely dressed and everything. I mean, maybe they had an interview that I didn't know about, I don't know. But yeah, anyway, it's sad to think that if we think outside of the box, right, we are bound to consequences. Like, how sad is that? My suggestion to technical people for AI, there should be a limit of learning and teaching. Okay, so that is for people that are doing AI right now. That's a good suggestion-ish, although I honestly believe that nobody's going to listen to that. Because, people just care about money, unfortunately. So whatever gives them and gets them money, they will make. People will sell their soul to the devil for money, okay? So if somebody comes to you and you're an AI tech and says, make a robot to control the world, like Pinky and the Brain, they will probably do it. So yeah. Anyway, so going back to the box. Yeah, thinking outside the box, I feel like this world is made particularly to seclude us, right? I mean, from the school system to the work system, it's just whenever you do try to think outside the box or do anything that is outside of normality, you're constantly being shut down, or almost like going against this current, that it's a never-ending flow, and life is a little harder, but let me tell you that your mind is going to be way more relaxed and way peaceful, other than actually having to jump over those obstacles. In the end, it's totally going to be worth it, because nobody controls your brain, nobody controls your decisions, nobody controls what you can say or not say, if it's right, politically wrong, or wrong. No, it would be politically right, right? We are just organisms spinning around on a big rock in space. So just enjoy the ride while you're on it, right? That's exactly. It's like sometimes I see like the ants are so organized. Like you see ants and they just pick up all the stuff that we leave behind, and we must be like that for other beings or from other planets, right? We're these little organisms, like you just said, that are just going and coming and coming, coming and going, nonstop working. But yeah, I think that it's good to. It can provide Terminator robot, as we saw in movies. Yes, and Terminator robot, believe it or not, it's definitely being created already. I bet you it's being created. I mean, governments are not going to step back and just not do anything about, ooh, the other government. We have spies on the other side, and they are actually coming up with something that is, ooh, okay, that just happened. La próxima quizás dejamos el audio mal. That was like my favorite cup. Okay, well, that just flew. Sorry, guys. The only bad thing now is that I'm barefoot, so the moment that I get Anyway, let's just be pro and continue with the show. Good day, Jenny from Melbourne, Australia. What's up? Now I'm thirsty. I can't drink anything. It can provide Terminator robots. So, yeah. Imagine governments, right? And all of a sudden they have a spy on the other side of the world saying, no, because this country is coming up with this new AI and these new robots, so nobody's going to want to be behind. There's always going to be that race, kind of like when they had the race to the moon that never actually happened. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. Guys, we're live, by the way. Let me open our members chat. 1 second. So for those that didn't like the skull cup, it's gone. Looks like Sun Beach has changed. We're live on Miami TV as well, or... ¿Estamos en Miami TV también? Aquí me dicen que no. Okay. No, we're in Miami TV as well. So sorry. It's okay. It wasn't, I mean, it was a nice cup, but it wasn't my favorite one. Hi, how are you? See, enjoy the ride, right? It's just like, now I just got a free floor cleaning. So are we masters of our destiny, or are we prisoners of fate? Fate doesn't hold you prisoner. In fact, we create our future, we create, what's going to happen the moment that you're existing right now. So whatever just happened, right, all this, whatever is happening is creating the consequence of what's about to happen. So like that people that just, vandalized my gate, they have consequences that are going to happen. So today was a very distracted show, as you can see, right? From starting to that and then this. I don't know what else could happen, so if anything else happens, you know it's one of those shows. The cool thing is that we're live, so have calm, Jenny. One day it will happen. Oh yeah, it will definitely happen. The battle for being first in technology. Now, what about they say, that today we're living it, right? Like the wars of today, in some countries at least, aren't necessarily fought with person to person. They're actually economical or even cyber attacks. How many banks have gotten hacked? How many countries' system has gone down? Or the CIA being hacked and stuff like that. So it's all electronic, it's all cyber, it's all something that we basically just can't control. So don't have anything online that you are ashamed somebody will see, by the way. It's very normal to be hacked. So I got my Google account, my personal Google account, like 5 years ago maybe, hacked by a guy that actually emailed me saying that he was going to hack it. and saying, I'm gonna share all your dark secrets to the web. He was accusing me of pedophilia because he saw a video at the beach that we did where it was a nude beach, and behind there I think there were some kids or something. So he's like, "Oh, you're naked in front of kids," and we're like, "Well, the place is it's private, right? And the people that are there are actually, they bring their kids there and they're okay with it. But some people just need something to do, and obviously, there was nothing on my phone or anything at all that I would be ashamed on sharing. So I think everything about me is very openly said by me and posted by me. So that left to nothing, and I guess that person just wasted a couple bucks and time. But that is the war of today. If somebody doesn't like somebody, if somebody doesn't like a company, even, I mean, come on, there's cyber attacks all the time, everywhere, and every moment. So it's totally normal. So again, if you have something that you need to hide, and you're not like me, that you don't have anything to hide, then definitely, make sure that you're not keeping anything on a cloud or anything on a phone. Maybe, if you're one of those people that cheats, then make sure that's out of your cloud system. Summertime, the day is full of sun. Jenny's cool, she's full of sun. She steadies the ride down a slippery slope. She's a glowing angel, a symbol of hope. You're so good. Do you actually do that for work? Like you're a poet for work? You're really good. I mean, very spontaneous. Please avoid the consequences of cutting your feet on broken glass. Thank you for reminding me, because I have two things that can happen now. I can get out of my chair when we're done and slip and fall on my head because this floor is epoxy and it's very slippery. Don't let them lie to you when they say epoxy floor is not slippery. It's very slippery. And then the other one is it's the glass. Yeah. We are lost in a prison of our own device. I feel like we're lost in our own mind, right? Like you make your own universe, you make your own reality, you make what is true and real and good or bad for you is what you decide. Nobody else can do that for you. Well, actually, for some people don't have that strength to actually, say no to something that they don't believe in because they just want somebody else to like them. But for the most part, if you are strong-minded like me and like most of us that are watching, you're not going to care if somebody doesn't agree with what you're saying, or you're not going to care if somebody is offended by what you're saying, just because that means you're out of that box. You're free of mind. Your channel is open. You're free of speech. Destroy negativity. I smashed every mile, all worth it to see Jenny smile. Oh, you crack me up. No secrets from the universal Jenny of the million-watt smile knows how to appreciate freedom and live honestly. It is una hermosura. Gracias, Luis. Hola. Hello, Ricardo. How are you? Now, what about you guys? Do you live inside the box or outside? Hello, guys. Well, I guess Mom's back. Oh, good. I know, Jenny lost her favorite cup. I did, but it was that spur of the moment. It's okay. The cup is gone. Let's leave it behind, okay? Let me mourn it later. It's like, well, this is actually a good example. It's like, what do? Do you sit around and bitch and complain about what's just happened, which this was really silly, but I mean in life in general? Or do you just say, okay, well, it's over. Let's clean it up and keep going, and that's it? A barbarian is one that has no leader. If people need no guidance, they are independent and don't need leaders. Jenny, do you believe that all people need a leader? Yes, actually. The world cannot exist without leaders. The unfortunate situation that's happening today is that the leaders that we have, or the governments, most of the governments, not all of them, that we have are not really there to help us. They're there to enslave us. So we've changed completely what it is that, let's say, how the world is supposed to be in a harmonious way, where we need a leader to guide us in the sense of the things that we talk about, right? But not a leader to influence us or guide us in our personal approach towards personal decisions in life, or how to change our gender or not, things like that, if you get what I mean. So yeah, no, our rulers today rulers today, right? Don't have any benefit, don't have any thought of benefit towards humanity whatsoever, other than their own benefit in their pockets and the money they're getting from people being sick or from people not being happy or not being their own, writing their own paths, I guess you could say. But humanity does need leaders. Yes, it is necessary, and that's why they exist. Unfortunately, in today's age, we are making the dumb more popular than what's popular in the world today are things that are no good for us. And the educated, the things that teach us, the people that teach us are actually totally are being censored or cut down, or people are not paying attention. So that itself just tells you how the world is today and what's going on. Hi, Martin. Yes, China hacked NASA for 10 minutes. Really? Crazy. Why would anybody want to hack NASA, though? I mean, I'm sorry, like, with all due respect, but didn't Starlink and Elon Musk like do so many things faster than NASA was ever able to do? Like, if you were gonna hack anybody, hack Elon Musk. Like, don't hack NASA. Sorry, with all due respect, I have a really dear friend of mine that is actually a very important person in NASA, but he just started 2 months ago. So let's say before that, then now they have his brain and they're definitely gonna go faster. But exciting. He's like, I just applied as like, let's see what happens. I never thought about working in NASA. And the thing is that he's such, we call it, in Spanish, we call it crack. Like, he's such a brainiac that he's like, I guess I'm moving to Tampa. So, because yeah, he's super, super smart. So, okay. And you just started your show, so I'll happily keep you company. You'll be the leader. Thank you. Do you think that all leaders are born for that? I think that people want to be leaders, but then there's people that lead those leaders that don't allow them to be leaders. So, for example, politicians, right, or people in government, there's a lot of them that actually got to the position where they are with the yearning to actually make a change. But unfortunately, the moment that they get up there, they're tied down, because I don't know if you probably know this, but most of the whole like election scheme is just for us to think that we're really choosing somebody, but everything's really just planned beforehand. I'm not saying where or who, and if it always happens, I don't know about that, but definitely there is a synchronization of events that are already planned before we even think about it existing many, many years ago. So there is this like malevolent kind of group of people that do control most of the world and most of the economies and the situations that happen in poor places. Or, I mean, come on, there's movies about this, how there's a manipulation of people, so that there's manipulations from countries to other countries so that there could be protests, so that there could be chaos and people vote for a specific leader. So everything is coordinated, so it happens just the way that they need it to. But I do believe that within all that group of people, there are ones that really want to reach the top and make a difference. But when they get there, it's just like, you're either going to do what we tell you or we kill you. And they'll allow them to do maybe like a 1% of what they want. So I think in a politician's mind, I mean, look at what happened to Mexico. I didn't know about this until I think you guys told me, but apparently there was a number of people that were murdered that were up to the candidacy for presidency. And the woman that won, apparently, according to the news, was never, ever attacked. So, of course, you guys know that the cartel owns Mexico. So they're the ones basically that call the shots. That's the number one money in the world, basically, that and human trafficking. So you say, well, if I was that woman, right, if you're that woman and the cartel says to you, okay, well, because we own everything, we'll let you win, we'll help you win, and you're gonna do exactly as we tell you, and in return, you can do the rules for the environment and the working labor people and this and that, and we'll let you do that stuff, but just let us run the place. Or we kill you. So, like, what are you gonna say? You know, it's like, you get to the point where it's like, yep, okay, I'll do whatever you say, man. So you can't blame them. I mean, honestly, it's not easy to be in those positions. And I think a lot of people judge politicians specifically because they're so corrupt. But the reality is that they might have great ideas for a lot of you in a lot of things in their country, but in reality, they can't go ahead with all these ideas because they depend on other people that either allow them or not allow them to create those realities. I knew an engineer who worked with NASA on the Apollo program many years ago. They did amazing things then and continue to do amazing things now. No, the chat is still the same. Interesting. Okay, one second. Sorry, now I'm getting calls from my neighbors, like trying to find out who that was. Can you make Israel friendly again? Oh man, I think there's a lot of positive energy that's needed to make the world friendly. I don't want Donald back. I have no comments on politics, but all I have to say is this. From all of the bad, which was the worst bad? That's all I'm going to say. Sometimes when my courage needs to boost, I think of you. Good, Anthony. That's a good trick. Be careful with your feet. She's always careful, Anthony, and it's a girl thing. Actually, no, I'm never careful. I follow my ass all the time. I bruise myself really easy. I cut myself all the time, so it's normal. Are you referring to Sylvester Stallone, known best for those Rocky movies? Politicians are bought and sold or blackmailed. Absolutely, yeah. Hello, everyone. Hi, James. Take your time. So we need leaders for that. Kill people. So we don't need leaders for that. Kill people and etc. No, you don't. Good evening. Hi, how are you? No, there's some things that I always talk to you guys about how important energy is because another reality is that we live in the world, unfortunately, today where negativity is in its reign. So it's a little bit more difficult for greatness and peaceful things to be happening than the opposite. But I always also tell you that we are in a state of change. We are in a process of change. And while we go through this change, it's going to be hard. But eventually, hang on there, we will get to a place of peace. We just have to be patient, okay? Thanks for voting politics. That's the best. Yeah, I think politics, sports, and what's the other one? There's another one. Oh, religion. You know, nope, just Sly. What an actor. Good actors, right? What happened? Today, by the way, Hollywood is changing so much that people are actually just acting in one full room and everything is AI around them. So I don't think acting is gonna be as exciting anymore. I mean, I think the exciting is like the Tom Cruise movies, Mission Impossible, where he's literally jumping off the cliff on his bike, and it's for real, and that guy's not afraid of death. So respect for that. Don't cut yourself. Thank you. See, this is a better idea. If this falls, it'll be totally fine. So that was the universe telling me, Jenny, start drinking water in copper cups. I'll listen. Okay, guys. What else we got? So, do you think that we're simply here to play a game in our own unique way? Yeah, life is like a game, actually. Do you want to know what the game is? The game is you have to overcome every single obstacle that is put in front of you. But the most important ones are the ones that have to do with your emotions. So have you overcome fear? Have you overcome hate? Have you overcome prejudice or judging or jealousy? Anything that is, you broke your favorite coffee mug. I guess it was my favorite. I did. So our life is a constant test, right? That we're being put towards these situations so that we can handle them as best as we can. Now, most people just get overwhelmed by situations and freak out, and then that just leads to another negative situation. So the important thing is to become better at the game than life itself. Did you ever play the Ungame? It was about something that you now do on your show. The Ungame? You mean like the undress game? I see the stagehands clean up your mess. No, nobody's cleaning up that mess. We'll clean up after it. Actually, I have a little robot, but it's a little big, so yeah. It won't be the robot will not be cleaning that mess. You can handle anything, Jenny. Well, that's what everybody needs to be like that. We should have that mental clarity to be able to handle anything. So it's no problem. So are we here maybe to challenge and perhaps even change the rules a little bit? Well, I think the people that really make a difference in the world are the ones that push the boundaries. If you are one of those that are staying inside the box and that are basically playing by the rules that society is putting in front of you, not only are you enslaving yourself and your mind, but you're also not advancing much as a human. So, because like I said, society isn't made for you to progress in a spiritual level. Now, once you decide, screw this, I'm going to become the best version of myself and become this amazing, beautiful, energetical being that it can do anything and surpass everything in life and become the most successful part of myself in my life, then we're talking. Then you're out of the box, and then you can really become your own mastermind of the universe, of your universe, because we all have our own worlds. We all live in the same world, but we really all have our own little worlds. Some of you live in a world of competition, maybe, right? Maybe you are in the Olympics, or maybe you're swimming to become the best in your competition, or maybe you're at work and you like to be the employee of the month, or maybe you're like me in the jungle, you just like peace and quiet. So this is the world that we create and we decide to live in. Maybe you haven't decided what your world is yet, and you're a little confused, and you haven't found a right path to say, this is where I feel happy, this is home, this is where I feel like myself. And if that hasn't happened yet, then it's because you got to break that box. You got to think outside of the box and think, well, how can you reach that level of excitement, that level of positivity and happiness to really have the strength to do what you want to do, to achieve what you want to do, and to become what it is that you're supposed to become. Because once you become that, once you achieve the greatest version of yourself, there is no need for you here. There is no need for you to come back to this planet. You will transcend to somewhere so much better. Because believe it or not, the planet is the way it is for a reason. It is a little bit unbalanced. I look at it as a yin and yang, like I always mention to you guys, where it's supposed to be 50 negativity, 50 positivity. That is the law of the universe, basically. But when more negativity takes over in today's age, it's not fair for what the souls are reincarnating and what's happening. It's not making it easier for people to make decisions on free will. So once all this negativity is wiped out of the planet, we can have a little bit more of a fresh air, and that heaviness that's on our back all the time is going to be kind of like just flown away, and you're going to be like, I don't know why, but the world just kind of feels different today. But it's going to take some time to reach there, and when it reaches, you're going to feel it. You're going to know what I'm talking about, because all of a sudden your thoughts are going to be so much clearer, and you're going to be able to hear yourself. Is it true that Liam Neeson, the cat, left for Hollywood and become a cat actor? Liam is somewhere around here. Oh, you know what? Let's just pretend he dropped the cup. Right? He's somewhere around here. A robot. I need a robot. Oh, yeah. These are not the Roomba, by the way. It's called iRobot. It's a little expensive, but let me tell you, definitely save up and break the little pig, because it is worth every single penny. The thing cleans itself out of it vacuums and it mops, and it cleans the rag every 20 minutes or whenever you want it to clean it. It has a schedule, and it also takes out the vacuum dust for you. It's amazing. Yeah. I don't mop the floors anymore. You're better than a Mr. Trump. Jenny, what is the first rule that you tell to the world if you are a leader in a country? Can I think about this? I mean, wait, go back. Let me read that again. What is the, it's a rule? The first rule? Okay, so my first rule would be, don't waste your sexual energy or don't generate negativity. And then I would go ahead and explain to everyone what your body is made of, how it works, and how your sexual energy rules the world. Because that's what's happening. What is the first? Oh, I read that. Okay, at this time, the world is so politicized that it could happen, some incidents at the Olympic Games. Okay. I mean, maybe a lot of people are taking these kind of games to make protests, so I guess we'll see. Hi, Ashley, how are you? I like Donald. The economy was booming. Better for everyone. Okay. No politics, you guys. I drink cups of tea. The way I make tea is different from anybody else, but then I'm an individual. There are certain decisions that are entirely up to you. Okay. Are you really from New Jersey? I was born in New Jersey. I can't really say I'm from there because you're from Long Island. I can't say I'm from there really. Like I was only born there and I was 3 months baby and literally taken not with my will. I was taken and ripped out of New Jersey to be raised in Uruguay. So if you ask me you're from Jersey, like I don't think I can wear the cape like that because I don't know anything about Jersey. But you did change my life. I always learn something new from you, Jenny. Aw, thank you, Martin. All right, guys. I come from England. A bright summer day reminds me of when I was a child. True peace of mind. Does a tropical climate help to relax your mind? Actually, yes. Tropical and robots. Yeah, actually, there's something about cold weather and energy that isn't 1,000% like great for your energy for some reason. So I don't know how to explain this because there's no like scientific, well, I guess nothing that I ever talk about has scientific proof, right? It's energy. But anyway, energy-wise, your pores, when they're opened, they expel more energy. So when you're cold, everything is super, like your skin is, it can even get goosebumps or your skin is really, really tight. But in an energy level, when your body is warm, since energy generates inside of you and your body is warm inside, it is a little bit more beneficial. That's why they usually say that people that live near the ocean or near bodies of water are usually the happiest. So yeah, and that's because water also transmutes energy. But in the sense of climate, yes, warm is said to be always a little bit more beneficial energy-wise. That robot sounds better than a husband. Well, given that my husband does not do any cleaning at all, that robot is my savior. In fact, he hates the robot. He kicks it sometimes because he says it's too loud. And I've literally told him, and they've heard me here, I've said, listen, if you damage that robot, you will be out of this place in no time. Because I am not mopping the floor. Oh my God, and this place is really big. So yeah, no, if it wasn't for that robot, I would be like pulling my hair right now. I'm not kidding. Lowering gas prices to someone under $3 a gallon everywhere. Who knows? No, I mean, forget about gas prices. I mean, I would immediately make illegal water cars. Come on, we all know that these exist already. There's already been inventions for this. It's just that, no, there's way too much money in petroleum, so all they do is just hire assassins to make sure they kill everybody that has inventions, steal them for themselves, and then years later launch it as a new technology that came out. Sorry, that's just the truth. So yeah, no, water cars exist. I mean, there's probably even air cars that exist. Electricity should be free. I mean, there's so many things that are just so messed up that should not be a thing even. We should not be paying for electricity. We should not be paying, for cars that run on something that contaminates our air. When the sun is so powerful and when there's enough water in the ocean for everything to work. So yeah, it's just, but you know what? These people, these companies, these people that decide that this is the way that it's going to go, they're not going to be living much longer soon. So don't worry. The world will change and it's just a matter of a couple of years. You're good at emanating positive energy. Do you get along with other emanators of energy? I have actually never met anybody that does what I do. In fact, there was 3 of us, and now I'm the only one that's actually continuing to pursue this type of energy work. So, but if you know of any woman that would like to learn positive energy, then please let me know. And we have here beautiful jungle where they can learn and become the next, energy Jenny. Sure, I would love to know. You have to go get a new mug. No, I think I'm just gonna keep this one, because this one won't break. I will give you one of my mugs. You have to, okay, I'll get a new mug, jeez. I don't have to pay my gas bills in July. When Captain Cook went to Tahiti, he was amazed, no war and no brutal punishments. Tropical weather removed all the negativity from the first settlers. Interesting. You know what, nature cleans up. So it sounds a little rough sometimes, but nature does its job. I would happily get along with you. Okay, Martin, you're more than welcome to come along. All right, my loves. We'll go ahead and continue tomorrow. Have an amazing evening. My husband just wrote to me and said, please don't get out of the chair barefoot. That's because he knows that I already forgot about the glass on the floor. So it's okay. That's why we're so good together. Love you guys. Have an amazing evening. Stay positive. Be good. Today was a little bit all over the place. I'm going to take some time to do the seminar tonight. So please be patient if you're a member of Miami TV. And yeah, let me make sure I don't cut my feet. See you guys next time. Love you. Have an amazing evening. Stay positive and smile. Au revoir.